Netflix didn't liberate us, it imprisoned us in infinite choice paralysis. Before streaming, watching TV was simpler, better, and somehow more satisfying despite having 10,000 fewer options. We planned our lives around TV schedules. We raced to Blockbuster on Friday nights. We recorded shows on VCRs, praying we set the timer right. And here's the shocking truth. A 2024 Harvard study found that people who watch TV before streaming report 68% higher satisfaction with their entertainment choices than today's Netflix generation. Number 3 on this list reveals the one thing we did every Saturday that created an entire generation's shared culture, and its death destroyed childhood as we knew it. Chapter 1. The Tyranny of Time. At number 16, we discover appointment television, when shows commanded respect. Thursday, 8 p.m., NBC. Friends. 25 million Americans stopped what they were doing and watched together. Not later, not on demand, right then. Miss it? Too bad. No second chances. This wasn't inconvenience, it was social engineering. Water usage dropped during popular shows because nobody went to the bathroom. Phone companies reported 40% fewer calls during prime time. Pizza delivery spiked at 7:30 p.m. because everyone ordered before their shows started. The schedule ruled everything. Date night? Better not be Thursday if you watch ER. Working late? You're missing your show and tomorrow's water cooler conversation. Family dinner? Move to 6:30 so everyone could watch Survivor at 8. But here's what psychologists now understand. This constraint created value. When you had to work to watch something, you valued it more. Stanford research shows that people who watched appointment television rated shows 34% higher than the same shows watched on demand. The effort created enjoyment. Companies structured their entire weeks around this. Must-see TV wasn't just NBC's slogan, it was cultural law. Thursday night commanded the highest ad rates because everyone was home, watching, together. Monday was for recovering from the weekend, Friday was date night, so lower-rated shows, Sunday was prestige programming. The week had rhythm. If you remember running to the living room yelling, "It's starting!" smash that subscribe button. We're exposing the freedom disguised as limitation. Chapter 2. The Paper Oracle. Number 15 exposes TV Guide magazine, the algorithm that was actually intelligent. 7 million copies sold weekly in 1990, a paper magazine that told you what to watch. And it worked better than any Netflix recommendation engine. TV Guide wasn't just listings, it was curation. Real humans wrote reviews. Critics you trusted told you what was worth your time. The fall preview issue was Christmas morning. You'd plan your entire season based on their recommendations. The crossword puzzle in the back was legendary. TV-themed clues that only true viewers could solve. Completing it meant you were cultured, connected, current. It was social proof via newsprint. But the real power was discovery. You'd flip through, see a movie you'd never heard of airing Tuesday at 2 a.m., set your VCR, discover a classic. No algorithm, no because you watched. Just random chance and human curiosity creating perfect discoveries. Local editions had local listings. Your TV Guide was different from someone's 3 states away. Regional programming, local sports, community events. Television was actually local, not global pretending to be personal. At number 14, the VCR, humanity's first attempt at time shifting. Programming a VCR was like defusing a bomb. One wrong button and you'd record 3 hours of static. The manual was 47 pages of broken English. Press timer button for recording a future program desired. The display showed military time. Channel numbers never matched your actual channels. You needed an engineering degree to record one show. VCR Plus was supposed to fix this. Type in a code from TV Guide, it programs automatically. Except the codes were wrong half the time, or your VCR Plus wasn't set to the right time zone, or daylight savings happened. You'd come home to find you'd recorded the wrong channel, wrong time, or nothing at all. But when it worked, magic. You'd beaten time itself. That episode of The X-Files you had to miss for work, captured. Fast-forwarding through commercials felt like hacking the system. You were a time wizard with magnetic tape. The SP-LP-EP debate was real. Standard play for quality, long play for quantity, extended play for desperation. Recording the Lord of the Rings trilogy on one tape in EP mode, the quality was potato, but you did it anyway. The physical media empire. Number 13. Be kind, rewind, the golden rule that held society together. Not rewinding a rental tape was a character flaw. It revealed you as selfish, inconsiderate, raised wrong. Blockbuster's rewind fee was £50, but the social shame was priceless. The next renter would know. They'd stand there, watching it, rewinding, cursing your name. You'd created a chain of suffering that rippled through the community. Rewinding machines existed, specialized devices just to rewind tapes faster than your VCR. The Speedwinder, the Quick Rewind. Parents bought them to save their VCR motors. The fact that we bought separate appliances just to rewind tapes faster shows how central this was to life. The sound of a tape rewinding became Pavlovian. Whirr, click, movie's over, night's done. That sound meant transition, completion, respect for the next viewer. It was civilization's soundtrack. Number 12 reveals DVD collecting as identity construction. Your DVD shelf was your personality made physical, alphabetized or chaotic, genre sorted or director focused, Criterion collection or bargain bin. These choices defined you. The average American household owned 87 DVDs by 2005, but collectors? Thousands. Entire rooms dedicated to shelves, custom furniture built to display. It wasn't hoarding, it was curation. Special editions mattered desperately. The 2-disc director's cut with commentary, the Steelbook limited edition, the box set with the lithograph. Owning the basic edition when a special edition existed was admitting defeat. Lending DVDs was trust. Can I borrow your Fight Club meant I trust you with my identity. Not returning a DVD was friendship ending. Having someone's DVD for 6 months was acceptable if you both pretended to forget. The death of DVD stores was cultural genocide. Virgin Megastore's closing sale in 2009, 70% off everything. People bought DVDs they'd never watch just to own physical media one last time. We knew streaming was coming. We were stockpiling for the apocalypse. Chapter 4. The economics of entertainment. Number 11, late fees, the £450 million extortion racket. Blockbuster made £450 million annually from late fees, not from rentals, from punishment. They built an empire on human forgetfulness. The escalation was criminal. Day 1, £2. Day 3, £6. Week late, you've bought the movie but don't own it. 2 weeks, your account's frozen until you pay. Collections agencies for a VHS rental? Insanity. But late fees created urgency that streaming destroyed. You watched what you rented because the clock was ticking. That Sunday afternoon with nothing to do? Better watch that rental before tomorrow's late fee. The constraint created action. Netflix's origin story, Reed Hastings' £30 Apollo 13 late fee, is mythology. But it resonates because everyone had that moment, that shameful walk into Blockbuster knowing you owe £18 for keeping Con Air 9 extra days. The clerk's judgment, the negotiation. Can you just forget about it this once?
Number 10, channel surfing as meditation. Before Netflix's homepage, you'd click through channels mindlessly, not searching, discovering. The remote was a divination tool. The rhythm click, watch, judge, click. 2 seconds per channel, 200 channels in 7 minutes. You'd lap the entire spectrum 3 times before settling on a Law & Order rerun you'd seen 12 times. But this was beautiful. You discover things accidentally. A documentary about penguins, a foreign film, a local access show about model trains. No algorithm would ever recommend these, but channel surfing's randomness created serendipity. The nothing's on complaint was real, but also ritual. Saying 500 channels and nothing to watch was how we began the surfing ceremony. We knew something was on. The search was the entertainment. Speed surfing during commercials was an art. Could you check 6 other channels in return before your show resumed? The gamble was thrilling. The failure meant missing crucial plot points. Chapter 5, the premium divide. Number 9, commercials, the bathroom break scheduler. 18 minutes per hour, that's how much advertising you consumed. 30% of your viewing time was someone selling you things. But commercials created structure. 8 minutes of show, 3 minutes of commercials. This rhythm organized everything. Bathroom trips, snack runs, phone calls, quick chores, life happened in commercial breaks. Memorable commercials became culture. Where's the beef? I've fallen and I can't get up. Head on, applied directly to the forehead. These weren't just ads, they were shared language, inside jokes, generational markers. The Super Bowl commercialized commercials. People watched for the ads. Companies spent £4 million for 30 seconds. We discussed commercials like episodes. The ad became content. DVR's 30-second skip killed this culture. Netflix buried it completely. Now we pay to avoid ads, not realizing commercials were the pause button that let us process what we'd watched. Number 8, HBO, the class divide made digital. Having HBO meant something. It was £12 extra per month when minimum wage was £5.15. You either had HBO or you didn't. Binary, clear. HBO parties were real. Someone had HBO, their house, Sunday night, The Sopranos. Bring snacks, don't talk during. This was appointment viewing elevated to social event. It's not TV, it's HBO. Wasn't just a slogan, it was a philosophy. HBO originals were cinema on television. The Sopranos, 6 Feet Under, The Wire, these weren't shows, they were art, and you needed to pay to see art. Not having HBO created cultural exile. Monday morning Sopranos discussions you couldn't join. Oz references you didn't get. You'd wait for DVD releases, already spoiled, already irrelevant. The premium channel divide was real. Chapter 6, the event horizon. Number 7, pay-per-view, gambling on entertainment. $39.95 for a boxing match that might last 30 seconds. $49.95 for WrestleMania. You paid up front, no refunds, fingers crossed. The ordering process was analog anxiety. Call 1-800-NUMBERS, automated system, press 1 to confirm your order of $39.95. The pause before pressing, the immediate regret, the next 4 hours until event time wondering if you'd made a mistake. House parties around pay-per-view were economics. $50 split 10 ways made sense. Someone's basement, 30 people, 1 TV, everyone throwing in £5. The person who ordered it was a hero. The signal cutting out made them a villain. Mike Tyson fights were cultural moments. 90 seconds of violence for $49.95. That's £33 per minute of entertainment. But everyone watched. The next day you either saw it or you didn't. No YouTube highlights, no social media clips. Pay or miss history. Number 6, network movie events, appointment viewing weaponized. Tonight, at 8/7 Central, network television premiere, Jurassic Park. This wasn't just a movie airing, it was a national moment. The network would promote it for weeks, special behind-the-scenes segments, cast interviews, making-of documentaries. They'd build anticipation like a theatrical release. By Friday night, you had to watch. But network TV butchered films, cursing dubbed poorly, violence edited out, 120-minute movies stretched to 3 hours with commercials, pan and scan destroying cinematography. It was cinema murdered for broadcast. Yet we watched. 30 million viewers for network premieres. Everyone watching simultaneously, experiencing together. The Monday after a big network premiere, everyone had seen it. The shared experience mattered more than quality. Chapter 7, the lost rituals. Number 5. Video stores as social spaces. Friday night, 7 p.m., Blockbuster was a nightclub. Families, couples, teenagers, everyone converging to negotiate entertainment. The new release wall was speed dating. Grab what you could before it disappeared. 7 copies of The Matrix gone by 6:30. You'd settle for your 4th choice and pretend you wanted it anyway. Video store employees were tastemakers, not algorithms, humans who had watched everything. You like 7? Try Zodiac. They'd guide you to hidden sections, recommend directors, create your film education. The adult section behind the beaded curtain. Nobody talks about it now, but it existed. The shameful quick glance to see who was back there. The social contract that we all pretended that section didn't exist, but it did, and it was always busy. Number 4. TV DVDs as binge training. 2004, Lost Season 1 DVD. 24 episodes, $39.99. People bought it and watched everything in one weekend. This was binging before Netflix existed. But binge DVDs required commitment. You paid $40, you're watching everything. No skipping episodes, no giving up after 3. You invested money, so you invested time. The financial commitment created viewing commitment. Commentary texts were professors, directors explaining shots, actors sharing memories, writers discussing themes. You'd watch episodes twice, once for story, once for education. Netflix's binge watching has no depth. DVD binges were film school. Special features mattered. Deleted scenes that explained plot holes, alternate endings that changed everything.
Gag reels that humanized actors. You weren't just watching, you were studying, learning, going deeper. Number 3. Saturday morning cartoons, The Children's Church. 6 a.m. to noon, every Saturday. 4 networks of animated chaos. This wasn't just TV, it was childhood's organizing principle. The lineup was scripture: 7 a.m. Pokemon, 7:30 Yu-Gi-Oh!, 8 a.m. Jackie Chan Adventures, 8:30 Batman Beyond, 9 a.m. X-Men Evolution. Miss your show? Wait until next Saturday. No DVR, no streaming, no second chances. This taught children time management better than any school. Cereal companies spent millions advertising during these hours. Sugar cereals and Saturday cartoons were symbiotic. The bowls of Cap'n Crunch consumed during one Saturday morning could feed villages. We were sugar-fueled cartoon zombies, and it was glorious. When Saturday cartoons ended in 2014, childhood ended, not metaphorically, literally. The shared experience that defined American childhood for 40 years just stopped. Kids today wake up Saturday and watch YouTube alone. We woke up Saturday and joined millions of kids in animated communion. Number 2. VHS collections as archaeology. Those shelves of labeled VHS tapes were personal museums. Friends seasons 3 to 5, random movies taped off TV, do not erase mom shows. Each tape was 3 to 6 hours of captured time. Commercials included because fast forwarding was annoying. You'd watch 1994 commercials in 2003 and feel nostalgic for 9 years ago. The tapes were time capsules. Recording over something accidentally was family tragedy. You taped over my X-Files collection with golf? Wars started over less. The careful politics of whose tapes were sacred, whose were expendable. When DVDs arrived, these VHS collections became worthless overnight. Thousands of hours of carefully curated recordings, suddenly garbage. Yard sales in 2005 had boxes of VHS tapes nobody wanted. Personal archives deleted by progress. Number 1. Television as family glue, the lost connection. One TV, one remote, one choice. Everyone watches together or no one watches. This wasn't limitation, it was forced family bonding. 7 p.m. and everyone gathered, mom, dad, kids, sometimes grandparents. You'd negotiate what to watch. Parents had veto power but used it sparingly. Kids got cartoons Saturday, parents got news at 6, everyone compromised at 8. Watching together created shared language. Inside jokes from shows, impressions of characters. Remember when Ross said, these weren't just quotes, they were family DNA, shared memories that bonded generations. The TV room was sacred space. The good couch faced the TV. The hierarchy of seating established family dynamics. Dad's chair was inviolate, kids on the floor was standard. The dog had a better seat than you. Today's streaming isolation destroyed this. Everyone retreats to personal devices. Parents watch Netflix upstairs. Kids watch YouTube in bedrooms. The family is in the same house, but different worlds. We gained individual choice, but lost collective experience. We didn't just lose appointment viewing, we lost appointment living. The constraints of pre-Netflix TV created structure, community, shared culture. We were all watching the same things at the same times, creating collective memories. Netflix gave us everything and made it worth nothing. Infinite choice paralyzed us. Always available means never urgent. 10,000 options means nothing feels special. We can watch anything, anytime, anywhere, so we watch nothing, nowhere, never. But here's the secret. You can still have appointment viewing. Pick a show, pick a time, watch it then. No pausing, no phones, no second screens. The old magic still works if you choose constraint over convenience. What was your appointment viewing? What show structured your week? What video store memory haunts you? Drop it below if you remember when nothing's on was a complete sentence. If you miss racing to Blockbuster on Friday, programming VCRs incorrectly, and families fighting over remotes, subscribe to Before Wi-Fi. We're preserving the chaos that streaming sanitized. The truth is, Netflix didn't free us from TV's constraints, it freed TV from us. And now we're drowning in content, wondering why nothing feels worth watching.